After many sleepless nights, wondering how she was going to help her baby's quality of life, she finally decided it was time to pick up the phone and call a birth injury attorney. Want to know what I'm getting at here? Stay with me as I share with you this very important information. Hello, I'm Marcus Boston, and I'm a childbirth injury and medical malpractice attorney practicing law here in the state of Maryland, and I would like to quickly talk with you today about one of the main reasons why a mother picked up the phone and called me. What was going on in this situation was we had a mother who pretty much had an uneventful pregnancy. I mean, everything was going pretty good with her. She did not have any problems during her pregnancy. There were no issues with gestational diabetes. She was following up with her doctors like she was supposed to. Like I said, everything was going pretty good for her. And then she checked herself in that day when it was time for the baby to come. She went to the hospital, and when they got everything set up, everything was looking well for the mom. But during the labor and during the delivery, some things came up, and she could remember vaguely during the delivery that there were some complications, or there were some things that she was told about. Like, for example, there was meconium present when the water broke, and there were some other issues. Well, I'm going to fast forward through the labor, and when we got to the end, the baby was born, and the baby was blue in color. Baby had to be resuscitated, baby had to be taken to the NICU, and even a little bit down the line, the baby suffered seizures. And as all of this was going on, like any mother, like any parents, there was a lot of concern. Well, as we continue to go into the future, what happened with this mother and this family was that they began to notice that their baby was not developing like other children that child's age. There were certain neonatal milestones that their baby was not meeting. And ultimately, this family was given a diagnosis for their child of cerebral palsy. And as all of this was going on, the mother and the father, they were really concerned as to how were they going to make it through with this. They were concerned about what type of quality of life was their child going to be able to have. What were the things that their child was going to need? How would they be able to provide these things to their child? And it was as all of this was going on, mom was dealing with all this, and mom began to realize, I think it might be time for me to get help for my child. I think it's time for me to contact a birth injury attorney. And one of her questions, or one of the main concerns for her, was that how would an attorney be able to help her child with the quality of life? And that's really the purpose. Well, that's what I'm really want to get at with this video here. And it deals with a very important tool that is used in cases like this, when we're talking about a Maryland birth injury case. And that tool deals with a life care plan. Yep, that's it, a life care plan. And what this plan is you will have a professional, a certified life care plan professional will come in, and they will look at what's going on with your child. And inside this plan, certain things will be put in there. Like, for example, if your child's going to need a wheelchair, if your child is going to need certain types of therapy, if your child is going to need the car retrofitted, if there's going to be schooling needs. I mean, all of these things are put in this plan, and they are projected out for the remainder of the child's life. And these types of plans can drastically help improve a child's quality of life. Now, there's a lot of other things too that's going to go on in these types of cases, but the purpose of today's video was to talk with you about the role that life care plans play in cases like this, and how they can help improve a child's quality of life when we're talking about a birth injury case. So again, why did I take the time to talk with you today about this? Because I'm trying to give you insight into this process. You might be watching this video right now because your child has suffered an injury at birth, and you have these same concerns, just like the mother who picked up the phone and called me. You may be wondering, how do you go about getting the type of help that your child is going to need? If you have questions like this is what I invite you to do. And it costs you absolutely nothing to take this next action. And what is that action? Pick up the phone and give me a call. I can be reached at 301-850-4832. Or if you prefer, you can send me an email to medicalinjury@bostonlawllc.com. I answer Maryland medical malpractice, childbirth injury, and wrongful death questions just like yours all the time. And I'll be happy to take some time and listen to your story. All right, that's going to be it for today's quick educational video. Again, I'm Marcus Boston, and I'm one of the childbirth injury and medical malpractice attorneys here at Boston Law Group LLC, and we will see you next time. Take care and enjoy the rest of your day.